You know, I don't think anybody woke up this morning in Cincinnati and was surprised or astonished that Dusty Baker is being relieved of his duties here. The fans here know their baseball, and I think they knew all along the end was near.
2013 was up and down for the Reds. Up enough to be a contender, down far too many times for anybody to feel confident. Upstairs, a restless front office was taking a long, hard look at the job Dusty Baker was doing.
We had been talking about just the way the team had played the last few weeks, especially the last week of the season.
The last week was Dusty's final undoing, first losing 2 out of 3 to the lowly Mets, and then before a jam-packed weekend crowd against the Pirates, the Reds lost all 3 games. Baker was feeling the heat. He told John Heyman of CBSSports.com that I've been getting a rash of hate mail, racial mail. Maybe it is time to go. Did other factors enter in? Heyman's article said Jocketty wanted to fire hitting coach Brooke Jacoby. Baker reportedly said, if you want to fire someone, fire me. Baker still had a year left on his contract, but clearly upstairs on Joe Nuxhall Way, there was a feeling that Baker wasn't getting the most out of his talent. And out on the street, the feeling was the same. There the thought was repeated that Baker had lost control of the team.
That could be a possibility. I think I don't know if he lost control, but I think maybe the message just wasn't being was clear enough to some guys, and it just wasn't. They weren't performing.
Meanwhile, it wasn't hard to find other clubs that were performing. Clint Hurdle of the Pirates was pushing the right buttons, and up in Cleveland, the Indians had rallied around manager Terry Francona. It appeared some players wanted to play very hard for some managers.
I've seen that certainly with other clubs. I saw it here for a period of time, but I just don't think we saw it as much this year, and certainly not towards the end.
And certainly not Tuesday night. I think we overachieved, Baker told John Heyman. The Reds' top brass apparently didn't feel the same.
General Manager Walt Jocketty says he's the one that made the recommendation on the advice of his staff to owner Bob Castellini. Castellini then had to make the final call, and you have to think that was a very difficult call. John Popovich, live next to Great American Ballpark.